Hey yo, it's Naoki here, back with another Now Story Time. Today, I'll be talking about an urban legend named MARCIK KEROPOK. It is an urban legend that has been circulating around Singapore since the early 2000s. It started to gain internet interest when many of the online forums started to talk about MARCIK KEROPOK. The story was first broadcast on Singapore radio station on RIA 897 FM. The radio station was launched on 1990 and has been running 24 hours since then. Besides being broadcasted on the radio, it was also published on Malay daily newspaper. To be honest, I heard about this urban legend in primary school, but I didn't really take it seriously because it was snacks. But I remember my friends telling me not to open the door and not to accept any snacks from strangers or to buy any snacks. So I just kept my door shut and I just played my game and watched my cartoons. It's okay, it's the past. Let's move on with the urban legend. It's a local superstition that keeps resurfacing time after time, involving MARCIKs knocking on the HDB doors and making rounds in the neighborhood while screaming the words,
"Nak jual keropok, nak jual keropok."
Basically translating to
Selling chips, selling chips.
It apparently starts with a knock on the door, then the greeting, "Come, come," a shorter version of the Malay greeting.
Assalamualaikum.
Because the MARCIK KEROPOK is an unholy person and she couldn't say this word.
Assalamualaikum.
And when you look through the door peephole, you'll see an old lady selling keropok. This is a keropok. It's a Malay deep fried cracker. So once you look out the peephole and you see MARCIK KEROPOK, even if the keropok smells heavily and wanting the taste of the crunchy, salty cracker, no matter how inviting it is, do not open the door. Because legend says that once you open the door, the MARCIK KEROPOK will unleash a Pontianak into your house. What is a Pontianak? This is a Pontianak. And this is the definition of Pontianak. And if you buy and consume her keropok, the consequences will be fatal. So how did this legend come about? Actually, well, in Singapore, food peddling is illegal. So I guess this is a way that the authorities are like controlling the food peddlers. Allegedly, this do sounds like a propaganda by the NEA to prevent us from buying food from unlicensed vendor. Technically, these peddlers are not allowed to sell any food without any license. However, many of the older generation count on this as their livelihood. As this is a livelihood for many older Singaporeans, the government decided to locate a place where different food can be sold. So basically it's called hawker center. There is many interesting things about Singapore hawker culture. Like for example, in one location, you can find many varieties of food ranging from different ethnics and races. So this is the definition that I found about Singapore hawker culture. A second home to many. Singapore's hawker culture are a melting pot of cuisine where a number of subcultures have been formed. Well, it's true. So, if you ever visit Singapore, the first place you should go is the hawker center and order ais kacang. So basically, ais kacang is like a beanie version of bingsu. So in the ais kacang, there is jelly, there is beans, there is shaved ice, syrup, and sometimes corn. So it's like different kind of flavor. The sweetness from the corn, I don't know what the bean do, but beans, the sweetness from the jelly, the sweetness from the syrup. So it's basically one sweet bowl of shaved ice and it's delicious. Back to the urban legend. So what do you think about this Singapore urban legend? Do you think the crunchy snacks hides a dark secret? And would you open the door for MARCIK KEROPOK? That's it for this week Now Story Time. Come back next week for another Now Story Time. But first, please remember to SSS, subscribe, share, and smash the like button. Bye! The story was first broadcast on the radio in RIA 897 RF.